Welcome to Pyrion Flax's Guide to Jakiro. Jakiro is one of those heroes I love to play, and I love to have him on my team. He's a really useful dude. He's not made of paper. His spells are useful throughout the game. He's like a child that's mature before their time. He's got like a successful career through middle age, and then when they're old, they're one of those old people that runs marathons and climbs Kilimanjaro and shit while you're sat on your ass watching TV, eating cereal and smoking a bowl. In other words, he's an overachiever. He's also got two heads. Really reminds me of my old D&D days. Yeah, fuck you. You tried drawing a D20. The thing I loved most anyway was the monster manual. Okay, first I loved the way it was called a manual, because it made me feel like I was learning a trade or science. This was not just messing around with dice. This was important shit. And I'd snap up a new monster manual as soon as it came out. There'd be orcs in there, ettins, umber hulks, kobolds, owl bears, all that shit. And Jakiro would fit right in. He's meant to be a twin-headed dragon, but to me he looks more like a two-headed wyvern. Anyway, in the monster manual, there's always a bunch of monsters that they clearly came up with because they were like under time pressure to do so. And I think they looked around the office, they were like, how about the cream-filled crab of Crispy Thor? It looks almost exactly like a Krispy Kreme chocolate donut, but with legs and claws, and it shoots fire from its eyes. Yeah, and the Stapler monster, a long rectangular creature that waits patiently for a victim to walk between its teeth before pinning them in place with a piece of metal shaped exactly like a staple. And the Deskor monster disguises itself as a desk, no powers whatsoever. Just stick it in the fucking manual, I want to go home. And while I was thinking this, I was reading Jakiro's lore, which begins, even among magical beasts, a two-headed dragon is a freak. Are you fucking serious? There are creatures that are just a cube of jelly. There are monsters that look like a treasure chest with teeth. There are were-badgers. Okay? Imagine that night falls, you turn into a badger. There's a wild badger. Lock up your fucking slugs and grubs and other nocturnal insects. There's a badger, a were-badger on the loose. It's not scary. And they shunned Jakiro. Because how many heads have you got? Oh, you got two heads. You're gonna have to leave Monster Club. No, says the fucking walking cube. Anyway, his lore is basically that even when they're young, they're vicious. Just like I was saying, it's like early level Jakiro is awesome for setting up gangs. Dude owns. Anyway, spells. Dual breath. Okay, because he got two heads. I used to think dual breath wasn't that great. Like I was like, because compared to Ice Path and Macropyre, I was like, But anyway, I realized it's actually fucking awesome. And also, it's really good for steal and farm from your lane mates. Like, really good. It turns out it's also quite handy in a fight. Who knew? Everyone but me, apparently. Ice Path. Now, this is the shit. You know when you have fights in places like Roche's Stairs, or there's little bits of jungle where there's like a choke point? How about we make things even more uncomfortable, okay, with some ice? Pack it in there. Try moving now. How about I lock you all down for like 2 seconds? Don't worry. While you're frozen solid, I'm already planning my next move, which I'll come to in a minute, okay? Liquid Fire. It's a dot. It's good, right? Macropyre. Oh, snap! Did someone order the apocalypse? Because I fucking got it for your ass. I got it right here. Robert Duvall would have a boner about this spell. It destroys everything. Trees, creeps, enemies, hope. Gone. If you get an Ag Scepter, it's time to start digging holes, because the body count is going to make Vietnam look like a fucking family picnic. Oh, what's that? It lasts 7 seconds, and the longer people stand in it, the worse shit gets. Hey, if only we had some spells that made people stay in one place for a while. Oh yeah! Black Hole, Chronosphere, Ice Path, Lasso, Cogs, Dreamcore, Stonegaze, Shackle Shot, the list goes on! If you can get a friend or two and actually coordinate something for once in your miserable lives, it's party time! And Jakiro's bringing the heat! If it was a barbecue, everybody else brings the meat, and when they say, oh, we have no means to cook, Jakiro's like, boom, got some fire for you. Instant party animal. And he's also like, oh, hey, baby, I've got some ice for your drink. Boosh! He's getting one of his 2 dicks sucked tonight. Maybe even both. My dream team for this combo would be Jakiro, Faceless Void, Crystal Maiden, Enigma, and Magnus. Magnus gets a 5-man RP. In jumps Void, Chronosphere. Magnus takes one for the team. He's in the Chronosphere. Macropyre deployed. As that's rustling their jimmies, Ice Path to hold them down when Chrono ends. Enigma gets in there, boom, Black Hole, still getting their balls roasted. And while this is going on, who's this crazy bitch over here doing a dance? It's Crystal Maiden, who's like, thank God, I actually get to cast my ult and not die. And then we all collapse in a heap, laughing and crying with the synergistic joy of it all. It's like an orgy, where nobody accidentally puts anything in a hole they shouldn't have. The only thing about Jakiro that would be weird would be having two heads. Now, I'm not calling him a freak like those dicks at Monster Club, okay? He's rocking it. I'm just saying, personally, I wouldn't enjoy it. Think of sleeping. Like, if you woke up early, one of your heads woke up early, you'd have to see your other head asleep. It's like you'd have to look at your sleeping face. So that's never pretty. And what if both heads are right-handed? And you'd be interrupting each other constantly. Who answers the phone? You have to put it on speaker, and that always sucks. I guess you'd assume that Jakiro and Ogre Magi would at least get along, and maybe Alchemist would turn up and they'd be like, conjoined heads only, please. Hey, look at that. The excluded have become the excluders. It's fucking Monster Club all over again. I just wanted to add an additional to the end of this video to say thank you for buying an announcer pack. It's made a huge difference to my life. It's been great. The reception's been fantastic. Thank you very much for buying it as a special sort of my way of saying thanks, I guess. I'm adding some more lines in. I'm not sure when they'll be out, but it should be soon. Some more Mega Kills lines and some extra lines for variety. We tried to listen to the feedback that people had. So thanks once again. Thanks for watching the vids and thanks for your continued support.